Hey everyone, Hawks Darwin here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you everyone for subscribing, for liking all the videos, and commenting as well. I know everybody has been reaching out to me about this channel, so I really do appreciate it. So thank you once again. Now, for today's video, let's talk a little bit about the news for the week ending on March 24th. So one of the biggest things that we've been discussing in the Star Wars community for over a year now has been the development of a new Star Wars movie. It's still unknown if it's going to be a new trilogy. We don't know anything outside that we know a new movie is coming out. It's dated on 2025. Coming from Bespin Bulletin, we received word that the writer for this new movie, Damon Lindelof, has exited the movie. This was reported on Bespin Bulletin back on March 31st. Now, through Jeff Snyder via The Angler, reported a year ago that a new Star Wars movie was being written by Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson. Now, unfortunately, Damon Lindelof is no longer part of the Star Wars movie. He's exited the project. Now, this is just one of many failed attempts on getting Star Wars back on the silver screen since 2019's Rise of Skywalker, a controversial entry in the Star Wars franchise. Yet again, this is another failure on Lucasfilm on getting us fans a new movie. This movie was scheduled for 2025, now sending the fans in doubt on Lucasfilm being able to deliver a new movie on theaters. 2 days later, the news broke out that Peaky Blinders creator Steven Knight is set to write this new Star Wars movie that Damon Lindelof exited. Once again, according to an exclusive report, this time from Variety, the creator of the BBC series Peaky Blinders, Steven Knight, has now been hired to write the screenplay for the untitled Star Wars movie that Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt Gibson have been working for over a year. Bespin Bulletin continues. Knight will likely pick up where Damon Lindelof of Lost fame and Justin Britt Gibson left off in developing this untitled Star Wars movie set to be released on December 19th, 2025. Though the original writers exited the project, Kareem Obeid-Chinoy from Ms. Marvel fame remains on board on the project as its director. Obeid-Chinoy was reportedly brought in early on development to help shape the story and characters that Lindelof and Gibson have been working on, and it's likely she'll be working closely with Knight. The untitled Star Wars movie is reportedly set sometime after the events of Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker, but the flick will not be part of the Skywalker saga. Now, to give you my thoughts, at this point, I'm doubtful that Lucasfilm will be able to deliver a good product on 2025. I don't doubt that a movie will be out then, but the quality of this film is the question. And based on the quality so far in some of the latest Star Wars series out now, it's best to remain skeptical for now. Honestly, I don't believe Star Wars fans are looking forward to this shoved-in movie, with the recent speculation online that the new movie will focus on the characters of Rey and Grogu. Bespin Bulletin continues. The Knight Obeid-Chinoy Star Wars film is expected to be announced at the Lucasfilm Studio Showcase panel at the Star Wars Celebration, which kicks off at April 7th. In addition to the untitled film being formally announced, it is also rumored that a title for the project, along with a brief synopsis, will be revealed. Once again, here's hoping that it works out, not just for them, but it works out for us as well. We have been let down since Book of Boba Fett in 2022, if I can be 100% honest. So here's hoping that we're able to get a good Star Wars movie that everyone can enjoy. Not just the hardcore fans, but the general public at large. Now, keeping on the topic of this new movie, once again, Bespin Bulletin reports that 3 Star Wars movies will be announced at Star Wars Celebration 2023. Lucasfilm is looking to announce 3 new Star Wars movies at Star Wars Celebration, once again, starting on April 7th. From Bespin Bulletin, once again. In addition to an untitled Star Wars film releasing in December 2025, there's another Star Wars film set to release on December 2027. Currently, there are no other Star Wars movies in development outside of the Knight Obeid-Chinoy project. In 2020, Thor Love and Thunder director Taika Waititi announced to be writing and directing a Star Wars movie, with the flick initially planned to release in December 2025. The date now reserved for the aforementioned Knight Obeid-Chinoy film. It's possible that Waititi's Star Wars film takes the 2027 release date, but at this point the film would have been in development for 7 years. Lastly, we have a film being developed by Free Guy director Shawn Levy. It was reported by various trades last year that Levy was getting to work on his own Star Wars film, with the director later confirming the reports on Twitter and in various interviews. Levy reported won't start on working on the Star Wars project until his next film, Deadpool 3, has been released in theaters, with the film currently set for a November 2024 release. Given that Levy won't start work on his Star Wars film until 2024 or 2025, it's likely this project won't be the 2027 release and could obtain a release date of December 2029 if its current release date pattern is to be followed. We can thoroughly expect Star Wars films to be announced at Star Wars Celebration this year. Don't expect any announcements of series from Lucasfilm or other franchises. If I can be honest, I'm not really looking forward to any of the movies that they're planning to announce on Celebration this year. I find it kind of hard to believe that we're not really focusing on just expanding that Mandoverse universe, which is the focus point at this point for Disney Star Wars. At this point, I feel the smartest thing would be just to focus on the Mandoverse universe instead of focusing on what happens after Rise of Skywalker. I don't think there's a whole lot of people that is asking to see what happens after Rise. Let's just focus on where are we now and let's move forward there versus exploring what happens after the sequels. They weren't able to give us characters that most people care about on the sequels, and focusing on them I think it would be a big mistake. Especially if the rumors are to be true, most of the major cast won't be returning for any of this following movies that being set scheduled. And that's a little glimpse on Star Wars' future, especially in the theaters. What do you think, or what are your thoughts? Go ahead and drop them down on a comment below so we can definitely start a discussion. Once again, everyone, thank you very much for liking all the videos. I appreciate if you like this video as well. Thank you very much for commenting, and I look forward to comments on this video. And thank you very much for subscribing, and hopefully I've earned your subscribe after this one. Thank you so much once again. Hope everyone has a good rest of your day, and thank you for watching.